NBC's coverage of the Tropicana 400 is brought to you by Budweiser. The best things in life are the things that are true Budweiser. By Discover to Go, it pays to discover. By Pizza Hut, the DVD's on us when you buy a large pizza, only from Pizza Hut. And by Napa Auto Parts. Napa, get the good stuff.
Tony Stewart is continuing to lead the Tropicana 400 at Chicagoland Speedway. He has led every one of the 59 laps that have been completed so far. Getting to see some of the front runners trickle onto pit road now, mostly driving one brand of car.
The Dodgers are thirsty right now.
It's unbelievable. We saw Bill Elliott make a pit stop in the 9 car just before the commercial break, and I think since then, every Dodge has been in the pits. Here's Jimmy Johnson, Dave.
A Chevrolet in the pits as well, BP. They knew they were not going to get good fuel mileage. I knew that this morning when I talked to Chad, the crew chief. 4-tire change for Jimmy Johnson. Tight through the center. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment to try to fix that. Matt.
And leader Tony Stewart on his way down to his pit stop for service. The 43 team stopped by to find out when Tony was going to pit so they would not be in his way on exit. Tony comes to a stop, said the car was loose early, but then it started to tighten up. He definitely did not want to make any adjustments on the Home Depot Chevrolet as little Mike Lingerfeld already hits the lugs on the left front. You can see the handoff on the gas cans, the new rule like we talked about at the Discover Countdown to Green. And Tony Stewart is down and away. Meanwhile, the 24 car, Jeff Gordon, on his way in. We told you that. See where he's already in? The can's up in the air. They made an air pressure adjustment. His car just not to his liking.
Kevin Harvick is now the leader. Robbie Gordon, Kyle Petty, Jack Sprague, Greg Biffle, Rusty Wallace also leaving pit road after just making stops. Talked about the Dodgers coming in. We saw Bill Elliott stop at lap 52. 2 laps later, Jeremy Mayfield, Ward Burton, Casey Mears, all Dodgers stopped. Then Jamie McMurray and Sterling Marlin and Jimmy Spencer came in at lap 56. Then we started to see a lot of the General Motors and Ford cars begin to sprinkle onto pit road.
And Matt Kenseth, the championship points leader on pit road, Dave.
And they're going to take rubber out of the left rear, Benny. That car is a little bit tight. That should loosen up a little bit. Car bobbling as he came in. Can't believe he was that close on fuel, but he might be. He keeps it fired. They fill it full of fuel. They're going to put 4 fresh tires on there. They are going to give him sticker tires, and they told Matt that because they're just a little bit slicker. Marty?
Bobby Labonte's been a little frustrated on the radio, Matt. Most of these cars today are tight. They're getting tighter the longer they run, but Bobby has stayed loose this entire run. They make an air pressure adjustment. They also make a chassis adjustment on Bobby Labonte's car. It'll be 4 tires. They put 1 round down on the track bar. Long time on the left front for Bobby Labonte, Matt.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. cuts off to his pit. He said he felt like he had a vibration. They came a lap to 2 laps earlier than expected. Junior's team making an air pressure adjustment in both front tires. Down 1 pound. The car was tight. Traffic, especially in traffic, not as bad buying south. And the 97 car and Junior will battle off pit road. 97 service complete.
Mark Martin is in, Ryan Newman is in, Jeff Burton, Elliott Sadler, Dale Jarrett on pit road along with Jeff Green. Kyle Petty coming at your left of screen is serving a drive-through penalty for speeding entering pit road on his stop. Bill?
4 tires, chassis adjustment for Elliott Sadler. His car's tight in the middle. He's on his way.
And now the leader, Kevin Harvick, is in. Hands the lead over to Michael Waltrip as the 2-time defending winner of the Tropicana 400 heads to his crew. Marty?
Yeah, Allen undefeated here at Chicago for Kevin Harvick, but team still came here and tested. They want to win 3 in a row very badly. Kevin's pretty happy with the race car right now, just a little bit tight. What they did is took a ½ pound out of both front tires. That should loosen it up just a bit, especially getting into the corner. 4 tires for Harvick, and he leaves pit road.
Steve Clark also getting service as Harvick drives by and rejoins the race. Now here comes the leader, Michael Waltrip, in, along with Ken Schrader, Kenny Wallace, and Todd Bodine. That's going to give the lead back to Tony Stewart as Waltrip stops. Bill?
Good long fuel run for Michael Waltrip on pit road after 65 laps. Remember, he was skating the front tires, so they're going to make a chassis adjustment. 4 tires and fuel, but keep the fuel mileage in mind. They hold the gas can, and then Michael's on his way.
Penalty for Bobby Labonte, leaving the pit box with equipment. Stop and go penalty.
What did he take? What did he take with him? You know?
We'll find out. So Labonte rejoins. That's going to hurt, especially under the green flag.
Yeah.
Bobby is 4th in the championship entering this race, 255 points behind leader Matt Kenseth. So Tony Stewart leads. Jamie McMurray is 2nd. Bill Elliott is 3rd. Here is the race for 4th and 5th between Casey Mears in the green 41 and Kevin Harvick in the black and silver 29.
Kevin Harvick, that 29 car, slowly marching towards the front.
It was on Bobby Labonte's car. It was a wedge adjustment wrench that went with him out of the box and fell off at the end of pit road. Can't take the equipment out of the box. So, first round of pit stops are over with. We're just past 100 miles in the Tropicana 400. Tony Stewart dominating the race so far. You're watching NASCAR on NBC. They love their racing here at Chicagoland. This racetrack sold out yesterday, today. 75,000 here to see the Tropicana 400, thus far being dominated by Tony Stewart. How about singing the race talk? What do you think? Take a little poll today?
Okay.
Saw Greg Biffle get his first NASCAR Winston Cup win last week. A lot of guys have gotten that first win, and the second one, it's been kind of hard to come by. So I want to know who you think will be the first driver of this group to get his second Winston Cup win. Elliott Sadler, Greg Biffle, Jamie McMurray, Johnny Benson.
Can I vote?
Sure.
Okay, I don't want to sway. I will write it down, and we'll later on when we get the poll, we'll find out if I was correct or not.
Okay.
That's what I was going to pick.
Okay, you going to pick same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Luke, I have noted your answers.
Okay.
I will be the authoritative accounting source on this.
Which I don't think that means anything to anyone.
As Junior goes by, Jeff Gordon takes over the 7th spot. I talked to Tony Urey, the crew chief on this car this morning. Pop said that they were junk. Not very good. Pop's going forward.
Rusty Wallace around Elliott Sadler. That kind of looked like a wave through.
Definitely.
Rusty's car, a little different paint job this weekend. That's the Goo Goo Dolls. Across the hood of that car. Rusty introduced them at the show at the Metro in Chicago last night.
They're your favorites?
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite group.
No banjos.
No banjos in that group.
Lead lap now, we've got 19 of the 43 starters. It's been a blistering pace set by Tony Stewart in this one. Rusty Wallace not having a bad run. He started 22nd. He's up to 9th. Talked about your conversation with Billy Wilburn this morning, Rusty's crew chief, Benny. I had that same conversation with him apparently at a separate time, and he said they really are beginning to feel optimistic and turn a corner, that they're catching on to some things that they need to be on to run fast.
And they're going to do some testing to follow up on the changes they've made this week, and they feel like that they're going to be stronger and stronger as the year wears on.
Not to dig too deep into the technical barrel, but what?
We have a battle for the lead. I don't know if anybody's noticed but me, but Jamie McMurray, that 42 car, is running much faster than Tony Stewart, and there he is right behind him. Last time by, was a quarter of a second faster than Tony Stewart.
His was one of those names on that pole just a minute ago, wasn't it?
I noticed that, yeah.
Okay. Last lap by, McMurray ran a 31.50. Tony Stewart ran a 31.78. So Jamie closed it in a big hurry. McMurray's first NASCAR Winston Cup win, that memorable victory substituting for Sterling Marlin at the Lowe's Motor Speedway Charlotte last fall.
Matt, what's going on with Tony Stewart?
Well, he's got that 42 car starting to fill his mirror. In fact, he asked his spotter, Mark Robertson, he said, I can see the 42 is closing. What line is he running? Is he right on the bottom or is he up high? And Mark said he is about a lane and a half higher than you are. He says, all right, I may have to keep that in mind. I may have to try to just jump up there and see how well that works for my car.
I'll have to wait and see that. Tony Stewart to move off the bottom of the racetrack?
Very unusual.
Not going to happen.
These two have 7.5 seconds on third place Bill Elliott, so it's a two-car race for the front spot right now.
And I think that's one reason that Jamie McMurray has been able to catch Tony Stewart is they're lapping traffic. As they get in traffic and Tony has to move up the racetrack to go by these cars, I think it slows him down more than it does the 42 of McMurray.
Yeah, it seems like Jamie can use that outside line to pass the slower traffic, where Tony's got to work the bottom line. He's up there.
He is up there.
Bill, what's happening?
Hang on, caution. I was silent there for so long as I was monitoring radio traffic between NASCAR race control and the flag stand and some spotters on pit road. They spotted something a couple of 100 yards past the start-finish line on the apron of the racetrack, and they were trying to figure out what it was, whether it was a danger or not to the race cars, and they decided to put the caution flag out and go pick it up and make sure.
Well, Tony Stewart in the 20 and the 42 of McMurray certainly did not want to see this caution flag with a 7-second lead, and
that's what it is.
And
whatever it is.
Whatever it is, it could be just a piece of tape, but I agree with NASCAR. They had not much of a choice but to go out and pick it up and see what it is.
So first caution of the race, lap 82. We should see everybody on pit road here. Do we see people taking 2 tires? They were just in 20, 23 laps ago.
I bet you 48 car takes 2 tires.
I bet he does too, and tries to get that track position, get in front, because I think his car is probably as fast as these if he can get that track position.
Jimmy Johnson, I've been watching his times, and he is flying right now. So if he can get that track position, he could be tough.
Well, we'll see. Johnson is running at 12th place right now, coming into the stops. Bill, you're up first.
And they talked about putting 2 tires on Jamie McMurray's car, but they're going to keep the balance and put 4 scuffed tires that were broken in yesterday. Scuffed tires. Now 1 tire rolls away. That's going to cost them time, perhaps, here on the pit stop. Car's just a little bit free. Marty.
Bill Elliott on the bottom of your screen, a little bit too loose in. He said, guys, we went the wrong way on that last chassis adjustment. A pound in the right front tire for Bill. Matt?
A 2-tire change for Tony Stewart. An air pressure adjustment in the right front. He said the car was just too free at the beginning of the run, the first third of the run. Dave?
Points leader Matt Kenseth came on pit road, took 2 tires. They took a small spring rubber out of the right rear. The car had gone very, very loose on him. 2 tires only for Kenseth.
Jimmy Johnson did get just right side tires along with several others. We'll reset it for you when we come back to Chicagoland.